Let's start our new school clean, but will the deep cleaning ever end? We also find out at monthly meeting whether we hit target, what our biggest issue is with our carpet machines, and what are our targets for next month. I'm Lee, this is Vapor Clean. Let's go and have a look. So it's Monday the 21st of August, 7 AM. I'm just in my way to the office. My phone didn't connect last night, so it died, and I haven't slept through my alarm because my alarm didn't go off because my phone had no battery. I was going to go into the office much earlier this morning to get a head start because it's going to be a busy week, a busy day, because we have our new customer service colleague starting today. I shall be doing the training today because Danny is obviously very new herself, still under quite a lot of pressure, learning everything and keeping things running. So obviously I was off on Friday as well, so I wanted a few catch-ups on that, but that hasn't gone to plan. I can't stand doing a day like that because it just kind of throws everything out and throws you off, and I've got to recompose myself and form a new plan and go from there. It's not the end of the world, but it does irritate me, and I don't think you hit your stride as well. But there we go. Technicians, most of them are on a big commercial kitchen deep clean for a school again today. A couple of other extractor systems to do, and then we've got quite a few ovens again today as well. So that's going to be a busy day for them. On the contract side, a few bits and pieces to do in the morning, but then we start the contract clean over at the Bath-Hampton school. So the team are over there today starting the deep clean, and we shall be getting that one all up and running, which is really good. It would be nice to get that one all done, all started and running properly. So it's going to be a busy day today, lots to do. I want to make sure I check in with all of the team as well. Last week with everything that went on, we had to make sure that everything was fine with everyone. All the conversations were very positive, and it was very much a kind of where did that come from response. There was one or two sort of good riddances as well, which was surprising in all honesty, and I want to try and make sure that people feel more comfortable to open up. The response from one individual about not opening up, that's the way they were feeling, was a case of, well, I don't want to be the one to snitch and be the one to be moaning all the time, which is fair enough. I get that, but especially when you're bringing new people into a team, you kind of want the whole team to speak up and let you know how they're feeling, really, but you can't force it. So yeah, we're going to crack on today, get these bits and pieces sorted, and it's going to be a busy week.
I couldn't find the locking wheel nut.
He does make me laugh though. It's definitely not in there. Definitely not in there. I've turned it all upside down. Did you find the jack in the wheel brace? No, that's not in there either. This is a brand spanking new van. Yeah, it's barely a year old.
It will all be.
It will be in there.
Do you know?
If you can't find it, it's.
Do you know what was so funny?
It's in a compartment.
Yeah.
Do you know what I've just realised?
What?
We've got no milk.
No, I'm drinking black coffee.
Yeah, I know, but poor Charlotte on her first day, how do you take tea or coffee? Do you drink tea or coffee?
I drink tea.
You drink tea?
Yeah.
You have milk in your tea, don't you? Yeah.
See? You can have a shot, but not me.
Welcome to Vapor Clean, but you can't have a cup of tea all day.
Do you know that? You get special treatment because of you.
Hey.
Alright?
Hey.
They have no milk.
No
Oh.
milk.
No, I did send you a picture.
Oh, that's fine.
So I asked him to unload it because he actually pulled it from my order.
Give me some milk. Plan for today. Obviously, me and Sean will be on the inbox as well. We'll be working out the inquiries with you, but we're going to, whilst this computer's being set up, we're going to go through and sort out Sean's paperwork.
Yeah.
So reminders are done. We need to get the feedbacks out as well. There are a few voicemails on there, so we need to make sure we get on the voicemails, and there are some Facebooks on there as well. So if one of you can look at the Facebooks for us as well. We're nowhere near where I would like to be. As you've probably seen as well, Sarah. You know, normally we're a lot further on. Because basically what we do is we take the actual target for the month, and then we minus off what we've already got booked. We're just quite light in September, because if we don't front load the month, we'll end up with gaps, and then we get towards the end of the month and all of a sudden we don't have enough capacity to hit target, which we did textbook in August. To be fair, August was absolutely spot on. It was done really well, which is why we had all that extra capacity. And this afternoon, no, ignore me. This afternoon, do this morning stats.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow morning will be
This afternoon.
this afternoon stats.
So,
Yeah.
that's how we did it.
Yeah, I know, but I was trying to just, yeah.
Trying to be clever and it wasn't working, was
No,
it?
it wasn't
No,
working. No, right?
I'm bad this time of the morning. I don't know what your excuse is.
Yeah.
My excuse is I got too much sleep. Right?
You woke up late, you woke up at 7 o'clock, which is after me. Like, that's late.
I know I wasn't up at 7 o'clock. No, I
Oh.
naturally woke up at 6.
Oh, okay.
I
Alright,
was
there
like,
you are.
yeah. I woke up at 6 o'clock and went, shit, it's light outside. And just kind of jumped up out of bed.
I started today 6 o'clock at Lake Theatre on Weston Seafront to cover Breeder. She's on annual leave. We then went to Thatcher's production to meet Norman to grab keys because he cleaned and covered Western Museum for us Saturday, which he was covering for Daniel Schofield, who has successfully just had a baby boy. So very large congratulations to Daniel Schofield from us. We then drove to Bathampton to do Bathampton Primary School. It's a new starting site, and I've never done primary schools before, so it's very alien to me. So that was quite new to learn how a deep clean occurs and how many bogies and prick stick lids go everywhere. And then we've drove back to Weston to cover another site in Weston, Dewey Waters. There are currently 2 staff members down, Daniel Schofield obviously, and Ashley Afraid has had to leave us. So they're currently 2 staff members down. So myself and the manager, aka videographer behind the camera, is going to come and save the day, as always. So other than that, successful Monday. It's looking like a 12-hour today. Similar again tomorrow. So fun.
Tuesday, 22nd of August, 6:30 in the morning. I'm heading into the office. To be honest, I'm absolutely fuming at the moment. Yesterday I was supposed to drop off the memory stick to Craig for last week's episode of Behind the Cleans. Quickly downloaded some of the stuff I already had as well on the cameras and thought, right, I'll download that and then I'll take it over to Craig last night, ready for him to work on this morning. And when I've had a look at it and I've started downloading it, looks like a massive amount of the footage has gone. I had to carry on doing the download and that was taking ages, so I left it last night and I thought, well, I'll check it this morning just to be sure. I'll plug it into the computer to be doubly sure, and then I'll take it over to Craig today either way. But so I'm heading into the office now a bit early to find out whether or not that's the case and whether or what we can do about it, whether or not we've lost the footage. I'll let you know. How you doing, Lee? You alright?
Yeah, still a very silent life for this bloody camp. I've even tried banging on the door and everything, and all the curtains are still shut, so I don't know if anyone's actually in the pub or not. Got hold of me, he's overslept, so he's on his way, he slept through his alarm apparently, so I'll try and find out a bit more when I see him.
Have a proper chat with him, Lee. A little bit more
okay.
one-to-one. I mean, I'm reluctant to read him the riot act, but in the same sense, I'm getting very close to it because
Yeah, I understand. You're giving him lots of chances.
I've given him enough rope to hang himself, frankly. And before long, he's going to do it because I can't let him impact everyone else like that. Like I've said to you earlier, I completely sympathise with his situation. Do I? But I am worried, and obviously what I told you earlier, question that with him as well to see if that is the situation, because I'm worried about him as much as anything else. So
Oh god,
yeah, but at least he's on his way. Maybe it's worth seeing if you can get into the other one a bit early or something like that, because that one's not until early afternoon, is it? But I'd give it another half an hour or so. I know you don't like sitting on your hands, mate, neither do I, but I'd give it another half an hour or so there. They haven't emailed back, have they? You haven't checked the inbox yet, because you're waiting for us to do it, aren't you?
Not that I can see.
Give them till 9:15, just because most people rise by 9, even if they've had a late one. Give them till 9:15, especially if Pete's on his way. I don't know when you last called them, but give them another call in 10 minutes and another call in 20 minutes. Just keep ringing and ringing and ringing. If you haven't heard anything by 9:15, ring the other pub, see if you can get into that one. If you can, head on over there. You might have a bit of time to circle back later on or something like that. It's not like we haven't done everything we can do.
No, that's good. I'll go till 9:15. I'll keep ringing.
Alright, no worries. We'll catch you later.
Alright, see you later, mate.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
So yesterday, obviously we had a target of 7, we did 11, so we absolutely smashed it yesterday. Target of 8 today, obviously that is all going to be in September. We shouldn't have a single August thing left. Yeah, which means we should be smashing away at the 31,000 target. Obviously,
I've done a bit as well as yesterday.
yeah, that was 32 or 34.
I can't remember whether it's 34.
I think it was 34.
I thought it was
No,
34. We did 11, we only added, what, about 300 there, so we must have taken off a chunk of that, because there's no way 11 drops
Well,
was
I
just
took-
like,
I took over £1,000 yesterday.
yeah. You did top amount of bookings, didn't you? How many bookings did you do?
I did 6 bookings in the end, and 2 of those were follow-ups.
You know,
You right,
couldn't
yeah?
get me losing.
Yeah, you right?
So the guy that's setting the pub up just turned up and he was told 8:30, so that's their problem.
I was going to say that's their fault, because it's certainly on their confirmation email that it was 6:30. Yeah.
So I just looked inside, obviously the kitchen. It's quite bad. I think I remember doing this one with Scott.
Right, okay.
Sometime.
Yeah. Do what we.
Here till our time.
Yeah, make a start. Do what we said this morning. Do everything you can do to make it as safe as possible. Calculate what you feel you need to do to go back, like what areas you need to do if you go back and how long you need to do it and stuff like that. Ping it over on the email when you finish, and we'll just draft an email up to the client and send it on to them before we do the report.
Yeah, I didn't realise the fan's so big. I looked through the window. Well, couldn't get through the window because they painted the window shut.
Joys, okay.
Yeah.
It's a big fan,
So
isn't
I'm
it?
going to put a ladder up and I have to wait for Pete. Because it's it's on a flat roof, but to get out there I need to go up a ladder on a bloody sleeping roof and then up and over a wall to get on there.
Yeah. Definitely.
The fan's massive as well, so I wouldn't be able to pick it up by myself.
No. Wait till Pete gets there then, and just do that when you can. Just recommend what you can. Obviously, be careful anyway if you're going over that sort of area.
We can unbolt it and drop it down by the looks of it. Is that the main thing we need to get done today?
See where you believe the bigger risk to be, more than anything, to be fair, and how long you think it's going to take, stuff like that. I mean, if it's a case of actually, do you know what, we've got the hood and all the ducting done, but we haven't done the fan,
Yeah, we did 4
then
over.
you know they'll have to have us go back. You know, we booked enough time for it, so.
Right, okay.
All right.
Right.
If it's that, hang on. If it's that bad, double check their cooking times, because I think we've recommended a year on that, and they might be cooking too much for a yearly interval. This is something I'll talk to everyone tomorrow about, because I'm seeing that on a few post clean packs. So just double check their cooking times and see whether or not it should be yearly, 6 monthly, or whatever else. All right.
Right, okay, will do.
Cool. All right. I'll catch you later. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.
My day started by my manager bringing me, because we had the cleaner go sick on us in Gloucester Docks, Bella, and that was at 5:30 this morning. So we whizzed back down to Gloucester to cover the site and get that cleaned. We then went to Bathampton Primary School to do a deep clean of the primary school. We're doing porta cabins and toilets, they were full, but pulling out everything on wheels Weston to cover a clean on the seafront Blakey Theatre, and then I drove back to Gloucester to cover John Deere, to cover a clean out on annual leave. So my day started around 6 o'clock today. I'm driving home and I'll be home about 8 o'clock tonight.
Wednesday 23rd of August, I'm in the office at about 7 o'clock. Don't really know where this week's going. It's absolutely flying by. It's crazy busy. Today's going to be no exception. It's monthly meeting day, which is, to be honest, feels like bedlam around here at times, especially as the team grows. More and more people, more things to do, more things to discuss, more vans to check, etc, etc. So yeah, it's going to be a crazy day. The morning, all the technicians, support ops, Ashley, everyone should get in just after lunch. The big debate yesterday was, what do we have? What do we have for lunch? Last time we had pizza. I think there was a discussion between McDonald's and fish and chips today, so we'll find out later on. Not much job-wise, various sort of things, but lots of little jobs going on because obviously the guys are in this afternoon, so they go out and do some jobs this morning. Lots of little jobs to do for them this morning. The support ops are all over at Barthampton School again today, so we continue the deep cleaning over there, which we're picking up lots of deep cleaning to be done. There was obviously a shortage on hours previously over there, which we were warned about, so we need to make sure we get it up together so we can maintain it on a day-to-day basis, as we'll start the actual day-to-day cleaning on that in 2 weeks time, I think it is, or a week and a half, so they'll be back for that as well. Other than that, this morning is business as usual to keep going through. I've got a couple of things to film, need to get back to a few people on emails as well, so I want to try and get that done before too much comes into the office. Craig's in today to do some filming and obviously be involved in the monthly meeting. Sian's back in again this morning as well for her training, and it's Vicky's last day today, so she's on annual leave tomorrow and then for about a week and a half, I think. So we've got quite a lot to catch up on and make sure we are where we are.
Just remind me, we were shopping this morning for the keys. Okay, and Kim. My reminder is Carl's beers are in the fridge.
Carl's beers in the fridge?
Yeah.
Right, so we've got beers, we've got chocolate, we're sorted, aren't we? Sod everyone else.
Now we could do the one.
Fuck me, lucky we didn't have beers and chocolate yesterday morning, was it? Best thing gets, I always try and get Lee in an hour or two before the rest of the technicians anyway, right? I say always.
You like
Since he's got moved into that role, that's what I've been doing. So I get him in a little bit early. Because then he can sort his van, and then he doesn't have to worry about his. He can concentrate on the others, doing any training, any discussions, anything else that we need to do. Because obviously we do take the opportunity during a monthly meeting to speak to lots of people about lots of different things.
I was going to say, it's technically a loss of revenue for you, so you need to make full advantage of while they're here. Yeah. Get them to fully clean out their carpet machines. So.
Oh yeah, we go for it. I'm going to try and service any machines that need servicing today anyway. Just do a quick service on it so they've all seen it as well. As much as anything else. Right.
Yeah, what time is Kyle coming in?
I was on until this afternoon.
Right, so we're doing
so we'll do it late. So we'll do it tail end of the day.
Okay.
Because we're going to have a lot of other things to do as well.
Okay.
I haven't even got it past him yet, so fleet and I news to him.
Okay.
He might not be in the right state of mind for it.
Yeah.
Because he was off last week because he had a family member pass away. So, so he might not be in the right frame of mind for it, but I know we're desperate. So,
yeah.
If he's in a reasonable frame of mind, I'll ask him and see what he says. Basically, when he gets in.
Could buy something nice for the meeting to get on his good side or something.
Well, he's got beers and a card for his birthday.
Right, it's his birthday.
So,
It was on Sunday.
Happy birthday, you're on the podcast.
Well, I watched the latest one where Carl was talking about, hi, I'm Carl, and this is my mustache. I was dying all over again.
It was my favorite.
It was amazing.
That was good. Have you met? You've probably just bumped into each other.
Well, I mean, we
No.
came in for the trial shift briefly. But
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you did. I get on
I've done the dashboard and I've got the calendar.
So I normally have the scheduler, I normally have a calendar view, I have the back office, and I have the customer, the contacts one as well. But that's up to you how you work. How do you work, Danny?
I've got notes on the left so I can tell how many bookings, and then I've got a scheduler, main dashboard, and then I have workboards.
Yeah.
That's my four.
I don't have a great deal of info. Like, you're going to be clutching for straws.
Yeah.
Essentially, there was some from the Thursday, Friday. I did some on the Friday. You've got some of Aaron's. Hopefully, the technicians have taken enough footage and stuff like that. Monday, I sat down. I was just going through my emails and stuff like that, and I'm sitting there thinking, "Hang on a minute, I've just read like 15 5-star trust pilots. That makes me feel really good.
Yeah.
That should be something we're talking about, you know." So,
or it just could be you, like in that moment you could just record yourself talking about it.
yeah, and that's what I did. I just clicked it on and just went, oh yeah, I've just read this, and explained a little bit more. So that's what I'm trying to do a little bit more of, basically. But it's getting in the habit of it and remembering it while you're already so busy.
Yeah, I tell you what, there's a very interesting part of the latest one I finished where you're talking through the text about like the extractor issue they had. I think when you held it up in the beginning, you wanted to angle it so we could see your phone and see the stuff that they're showing you. We can't see that. We can just see the back of your head sat down. I'm just, an interesting time trying to make that interesting.
You'll see. There's a video on the stick at the moment because I filmed an appraisal. I think it's on there anyway. But I filmed an appraisal and I set it up. No, it wasn't. It was a training with Sean on Monday. So I set it up in the meeting room, put it up on the side, clicked on record, and obviously I filmed it. So you know, Sean's face wasn't it? It was facing away from her to be conscious of that.
Yeah.
Set it all up, clicked it on record. I thought, oh, it's brilliant. Went out, come back, and everything else. Sat down, did all the bit we needed to do. Turned it off. Didn't take any notice of it. Was moving it over to the stick. Had a look at it, and I went, all I can see is a green wall. I'd obviously pressed the button and flicked the screen, so it's filming the wall.
Hi, Lee, alright?
Yeah, how you doing, Ash? You alright?
Yeah, not too bad.
Good. Who was that rung in earlier on?
Tilly, Francis Clark.
You alright?
Yeah, she's woke up with a really bad headache, so she's just saying she'd rather say she's not been in than hang on all day to see if she can get in.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Sarah's going to go there tonight.
Oh, right, okay. How are you getting on over at Barthampton?
Right, we've got all the school, all the classrooms are done.
Yeah.
So we've got videos of all that. We're just finishing off a couple of toilets. And then it's just the offices, but to be fair, some of these classrooms you can't move out a bit. And Dave knows about it, so he's just said, and like they've got workmen in as well, and he's just said if you can't get in, you can't get in.
Well, that's it. That's all you can do. But you can only do what you can do, can't you?
Yeah, so I'm just down here making sure it's all followed through for today, and then I'm going to leave them down here tomorrow and come to the office tomorrow. Yeah. We should be finished tomorrow anyway.
Oh, that's good. Are you all going to make it back for the meeting this afternoon or not?
I might do, depending how we get on here. It's the traffic coming back, and it's ridiculous.
Oh, I know, it's crazy, and it's not in the best position, to be fair.
No, but we normally finish here around 2, so I should be could pop in, yeah.
No, we were going to try and do the meeting sort of earlier on so we can get everyone sort of moving, so that's why I didn't know if you'd make it back.
No, we probably won't then leave you do it a bit earlier on.
No?
No.
Because we're getting chips and stuff like that. Well, I think we're getting chips and that, so if people wanted something, if you don't make it back, just tell them or we'll get them. I think she put the phone down. She didn't.
Oh.
I keep fiddling with those, I've got to fit them to the machine today. I think you put the phone down on me. I thought you think you got fed up talking to me.
No, you just disappeared.
I said I think we're getting fish and chips for the monthly meeting, so if you make it back or you're on your way back, let me know, we'll get you some. If not, I'll have to get you some another time.
Alright then, Lee, thanks for that.
No worries. Alright, I'll catch up with you later, Ash, anyway.
Yeah, alright, Lee.
Cheers, bye. 3, maybe 4 staff go off sick this week.
Oh my God.
To cover. So
And that's all contract, is it?
All contract sites, that's the trouble. They're only smaller sites, but that's the smaller sites are the harder ones to man. If you've got a bigger site, obviously you've got people that are already on site, already know the job, so they can cover other people's shift and things like that. But when you've got the smaller ones, which is why a lot of the bigger companies don't want to deal with them, basically. But when you've got the smaller ones, if you've only got someone in there for a few hours a night, you've got to cover that. So you've got to have the infrastructure behind you to be able to get out there and cover it, which is why a lot of companies don't have the infrastructure, because it costs money, and then they let people down by not doing cleans.
Yeah.
So, you know, we work damn hard to run round and make sure we're covering cleans when we got people off sick. But I know they were out first thing this morning at 6 before they went over and before they got over to do the deep clean, because they had to cover one site. And then obviously I think they've got another one this afternoon, but I think there's a new starter on that one as well, so that will be sort of training as well as that. And then they've got that one as well. Hence the reason why they don't always make a monthly meeting, because stuff like that happens, and then honestly it's a case of, well, we'll have to forego our fish and chips.
Will you go if I pick you up? Will you go if I pick you up? If you go, I'll pick you up. Yeah, I'll pick you up. Okay. Deal. Done.
Taking pride in looking after his van there.
Yeah.
You're like a new man, Stevenson, trying holiday.
Yeah.
Did you go anywhere exciting?
No, I literally, to be honest, I didn't really do anything. I just stayed at home.
Steven doesn't take many holidays.
No.
Like 6 months without having a day off.
Yeah.
Was it Christmas?
I think it was 7 months, because I think it was since Christmas.
I thought it was, yeah.
It was Christmas.
I think it was Christmas.
Yeah.
It got to a point where we were like, Steven, you need to take time off.
Yeah.
Was there a reason why you didn't?
It's a problem I have.
He just loves working here so much.
I just work.
Didn't want to be away from us.
No, the kitchen, the extractors we use the ladders for, yeah.
Is you always like trying to go at it from outside, or is it?
Yeah, the ducting that usually runs on the outside,
Yeah.
along with the fan, often on the roofs.
So what do you do inside and outside? Does it just depend on the kitchen or the system, or?
Do you mean the ducting?
Well, yeah, just when you're doing any like extractor clean, really, like.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's literally shrunk and split.
Yep.
Okay, that's okay.
They've not treated it.
They cut it.
They put it in and
What they said is they cut it so you don't get the like where it pops out. Which
Yeah.
is fair enough. I get
But
that. That's irritating me.
it's pulling apart now.
It's shrinking, not pulling apart. Sign writing on how old you're driving. How old do you think the sign writing is?
11 years.
11 years.
I say 8.
I was right.
11 years old. Really?
Spot on.
Yeah. I was 15 years
There or thereabouts.
Yeah. I was still at school.
All right. Make me feel old.
Hey, you right, Scott?
Doing, all right?
Good. That uniform suits you.
Hey?
That uniform suits you.
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Business, isn't it?
Yeah.
The business. Yeah, how was the job? It wasn't too bad, Dave.
Oh yeah, because you had your first job on your own, didn't you?
When was this?
Didn't you? You had,
But
you
lots
had...
of jobs on me.
Oh right, sorry, I
jobs
must
you
be
mean?
thinking of somebody else. You know what? No. I'm literally learning these things from like videos that I'm editing together. So
It's all on film.
A monthly meeting.
yeah,
when you were here.
I probably missed a couple of weeks by now. So I don't know if you've been doing that for a couple of weeks now. Or...
How are you anyway, all right?
Yeah, not bad. You?
I've seen you for a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. I mean, I've been doing a lot of work from home, to be fair.
Come and have a look. This is why you have to bring these ones out.
What's that filter?
Yeah, you don't need to worry.
Whoa. Nothing interesting to know.
That's more what I was expecting to see in these. So I'm glad I've done this because yours would be going wrong any day now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, mine's gonna be like that. Get away from a banana, mate. Look. Have a bite.
actually, and the filter's clogged. When I took that off, it wasn't too bad actually. But the filter itself is clogged. So you're not doing a bad job the way you're cleaning them out. You've obviously kept it, because even if you look beyond that, it's not too bad at all. But it's this, right? It is me making sure that we get these out and take them apart. But to be fair, you've all seen that now when that comes off. So if any of you feel confident enough to do that, as long as it's agreed, if I haven't got time to do it, we could potentially book you some time in the office so you can come and do it and whatever and put it back together. It needs to be sure we know from people, but it needs to be silicone back on, or you'll get leaks. And obviously, if you get leaks in the bottom, it's going to blow everything. On that and on that, yeah. Alright.
What does that part actually do?
So this is a filter for the level sensor, and that's what we were saying. So we had a couple of issues. So the issue with Stephen's machine when it went wrong while I was away was the level sensor, which basically the level sensor says how much water you've got in the waste tank.
Right.
And it gets up to a certain level and it cuts it off, which basically stops you damaging the rest of the machine.
Oh, right, okay.
So, but what happens is obviously that filters, that stops the water going up to the level sensor. Stops all the crap going up to the level sensor. And then, but if it gets blocked, it will just say that the machine's full already.
Oh,
But
right.
if you don't clean them out on a regular basis, not only will the level sensor not work for that day, even when you do clean it, too much crap gets to the top, and then it destroys the level sensor, so the level sensor won't work.
Oh, right. Okay.
So when they originally repaired Stephen's machine, they changed all the level sensor parts, bar the control board, because they don't normally change the control board for it. What was happening was the control board was overheating when we were warming the machine up, and it was overheating and then basically turning itself off because it was confusing itself.
So how's Subway been?
Good, I'm going to do this after our meeting today.
Oh, right, okay.
I should have done it after my last job, but I don't have time.
Yeah.
But as long as it gets done.
Do you ever find it hard to tell, like, when Windows clean and then after it's clean? Because, like...
Subway, especially, hand marks, fingerprints,
Yeah.
kids in and out.
Do you get a lot of those on Subway?
Yeah, you can clean it, next day it'll be filthy again.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I reckon you don't find that in a lot of houses, I'd imagine.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Oh, you do find them in houses?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Just seems like usually when kids are out and about, they, like, touch all the windows and stuff.
I've just done one now. There's aluminium windows, done the external and internal.
Yeah.
And the outside was a big tree, like this.
Was it earmarked?
But a lot of the sap
Right.
into the windows.
Oh,
So
right,
it's not,
God.
Don't use necessarily to brush.
So it's like that green sort of mossy
yeah,
stuff,
you get on
yeah.
Cars, didn't you, a lot, didn't you? It was really hard to get off.
Yeah.
So bit of hot soapy water.
Yeah.
Bumps it off.
Do you think it'd been there a while?
It's been there for a while, yeah.
Yeah. But it worked in the end?
It worked your levels.
Stephen's coming now, so I am coming now.
A big happy birthday to Kyle.
Happy birthday, Paul.
Happy birthday.
Just gone.
I don't even know it.
Happy birthday for Sunday.
They are cold. We've just literally got that fridge, so no, don't have one now because you've got right now. That was cruel, wasn't it? Put it in the fridge. Here, have a cold one, but you can't drink it.
Thank you very much.
July was actually down as a company as a whole. We were down by 6.5% compared to 2022. So not bad, but obviously it is down, so it's not the way we want to be. However, it was our third best month ever. So although we were down compared to 2022, 22 was our best month.
Thursday, 24th of August, 7 o'clock, just got into the office. Feel a bit deserted today. Eric didn't want to come with me. Called him and he just laid in his bed and sort of rolled over, which he does. So yeah, today in the office should be a bit more of a catch-up day. We've got some things we need to do to catch up from yesterday, reminders and follow-ups and things like that. Obviously the training continues with Sian. I'm gonna have a good chat with Danny when she gets in this morning, just to see obviously how she's feeling as well. I want to step Danny up into just taking a little bit more of the reins of the structure of the office and the organisation of the office as well. But I'd also like to be able to try and step away from myself and be catching up myself today really, because I'm off tomorrow again and I need to make sure I've got a fair few things ticked off. I've also got some things that I need to organise, some marketing, some lead generation and stuff like that I need to be doing. We've also got some post-clean packs to catch up on, which is for the extractor systems, to make sure the commercial customers have those for their insurance companies, etc. That's why I'm in early this morning. I'm the quickest one at doing those because I've done them for so many years. I've come in early this morning and I thought I'll have an hour before the day starts when it's quiet. I can just flick my music on and get some done. And targets for me is to get 5 post-clean packs done before 8 o'clock when Danny gets in. So we'll see if I can do that. I used to be able to. Support ops today, they've got a few cover shifts that they're doing, morning, evening cover shifts for both annual leave and for absences. And then they are back at Barthampton School again today to do the full deep clean. It is wearing its toll on them. It's hard work. It's a lot of hours. We've also got, it's not just them, we've got the actual operatives that are going to be doing the clean. They're involved in it as well. So yeah, we need to make sure we get that school up to scratch properly and then we can tick along with it basically. It's a bit more of a domestic cleaning day today, so we've got loads of carpet and upholstery cleaning going on, which is always really good. One of my favourite services is carpet and upholstery cleaning. It's a full-on day. There's only one extractor to do today, which is unusual, but that's a repeat customer that we've been doing for many years. All the rest is domestic stuff. Lee's going out and doing one of his first quotes. He did a couple of quotes yesterday. There was a few learning curves, a couple of questions that he had for me, and that's fine, that's all good. Really good to see that in the meeting that I was having with the guys yesterday as well, all the other technicians, they were all very keen, or majority of them were very keen to get involved and be doing some of that as well. That's always really good because the more people we have to do it, the quicker we can get there for the customer, the less running round, and the more efficient it will be. So yeah, if we can train them up on it as well, that will be good, or at least some of them, that would be really good. It's never a slow day, we've still got plenty to do.
Friday, 25th of August, it's currently 6 AM. I'm actually off today, I'm on annual leave. As I said in the last episode, I try and take one day a week during the summer holidays. So the Fridays I take off to spend with the kids. Also bank holiday on Monday, so it works quite well for me to get 4 days off. The specialist side of the business isn't working over the weekend and it isn't working Saturday, so that means I can switch off completely. The contract side will keep working. There's jobs that carry on over the weekend and they'll be carrying on Monday because other businesses keep running, which means they need cleaners in to keep the sites open, sanitary, safe and everything else, because cleaning never sleeps. It's as simple as that. Although it's my day off, it's getting more and more important to me. And actually I was speaking to Kyle the other day, one of the technicians, who's, if you've in fact, I'll just get Craig to put a picture up because he's obviously very physically fit, certainly more physically fit than I am. But I was having an interesting discussion with him, which is a good point because you can learn something off of everyone. And I was having an interesting conversation with him because he just made a joke. I asked him to do something and he said, yeah, that's fine as long as it doesn't interfere with my gym time. If it does, then you'll be in trouble. I'm not getting involved in that. I can't lose my gym time. And we got talking and everything else. Anyway, getting back to the point, it's getting more important to me to keep myself physically fit and reasonably healthy. I am trying to lose a bit of weight at the moment because I do seriously like my food. Normally, because I'm off, I'd kind of think, I'll lay in, I'll roll out of bed 8:30, 9 o'clock, sit on the sofa, watch a bit of TV, have some breakfast, like 3 gallons of tea, and then maybe go and do something with the kids. But no, last week and this week, and probably for the foreseeable at least, I'm making myself get up. I don't enjoy exercising, but this morning I thought, you know what, let's get up. No, definitely stick to the routine, get up as normal, don't disrupt your normal routine and your morning wake up and everything. Go out for a run. And actually I got 1k into my run and I'm thinking I'm going to go a bit further. I'm going to push it a little bit more. I normally do about 6.5k a day because there's a loop where I live and it just follow that loop round and that's the size of it. I think it's important to keep yourself physically fit because then you're more mentally fit, and I'm finding that lately. Now we're starting to get through quite a really stressful period of time, and frankly most business owners will tell you the last 3 years, 4 years have been fucking stressful. It's been hard. We've come through COVID and everything else, and even when you're on the good times, even when you're making
record profits or record sales and stuff like that, which we've been doing through that period of time. You know, we've closed some of the biggest sales we've ever closed. We've done the biggest months we've ever done. You know, July was our 3rd best month ever. But if you'd have asked me in the middle of July how I felt on the floor. And if you haven't seen a couple of those episodes from July, go back, check those episodes out. You know, I remember sitting there myself and going, why am I doing this? And that's one of the questions I asked myself in there. But now I sit back and I look at it and go, yeah, but hang on a minute, 3rd best month ever in a company that's been running 12 years. That's going some, you know? But if you're physically fit and you can be more mentally fit, which means you're better to deal with it. And that's one of the reasons why, because during July, I wasn't running, I wasn't exercising, I was eating because I like my food. And when I feel crap, when I feel tired and I feel stressed, I eat, usually chocolate or some other sugary, God knows what. Moral of the story is, keep yourself physically fit, keeps your routine, and actually, do you know what? It makes you feel better, and that's what I'm doing today, despite my day off. Technicians today, busy day. They're only on half day because it's Friday. They are all scheduled to finish at 12:30. A few of them have been doing a bit of overtime the last few Fridays, but this Friday they're all finishing at 12:30. All lots of little jobs. Quite straightforward stuff, but mainly ovens, carpets. I think we've got one small end of tenancy, but mainly it's smaller stuff, not a lot of commercial today, mainly domestic. Support operatives, they finished the school deep clean yesterday, so they finished a little bit early, so they can just take a step back a little bit today. Only a little bit though, because there's still some covering to do. They've got multiple annual leave this week, which wasn't ideal, but obviously the annual leave was agreed before we closed the deal for the school, and the school had to have the clean this week, hence the reason why it's been a tough week for them. But yeah, we've got some annual leave to cover, some site visits to do, but it's certainly going to be a lighter day for them. Ashley's in the office all day because obviously she now needs to do some catch up. All of us managers, basically it's an ethic within the company. Don't ask your team to do something you wouldn't do. So, you know, that's why Ashley was at the school all week. The plan originally wasn't for her to be there all week, because obviously if a manager's out of the office and they're not actually managing and organising, things fall by the wayside. So she's got some stuff to catch up on, so she won't have a lighter day today. Danny and Sarah and Sean will be in the office as well, keeping things ticking over from there. I will try and get them to get some footage, but they're not too keen on filming themselves.
Well, that's another week down and our team have been absolutely smashing it. But come back next week to find out why our first day back is a rather deflating day. Can we pick it up through the week and get closer to that target? And has our new support operative disappeared? Plus, I'll be helping the team to deep clean at a celebrity college. That's right, I'm actually getting my hands dirty this week. Thanks for watching, and please do give us a like, subscribe and follow for more great hints, tips and behind the cleans. See you next week.